Dude, that can't be the house that can't be where we're at, though.
By Twitch?
No, by Streamlabs.
No,
It's
most
working
of the
now,
time it
but
picks up for me.
all right,
I have echo problems.
Alrighty, stream. We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to fix this page real quick. Is my stream frozen?
Yeah. Hello, Frozen.
Ooh, Troy. Oh, it's frozen on a not so cute image of you.
Unfreeze it. Unfreeze it now, Alex.
Look.
That's funny.
There we go. I fixed it. Pog.
You fixed it by turning off the color?
Wait, what are you
Oh,
seeing?
now it's working. Now it's working.
Welcome.
I have traveled back in time. Okay, there we go. Alrighty.
It's still, yeah, the stream's still frozen for me.
It is?
It still worked for me. No.
Yeah, it's not frozen for me anymore. But regardless, let us begin.
I've already finished editing my dice settings for today. Nothing crazy, but I did edit some of the. I did something kind of cool. Well, if I do roll a natural one, you'll see something pretty funny this time. So I've accounted for my bad hand.
Yeah.
Of rolling.
Let us tomato.
Hunt those who have fallen.
So.
Sorry. Let us what?
Lettuce tomato.
Don't you ever say that again.
So, previously on the Varum Chronicles, the party found themselves running from the mansion after recovering a scroll of some kind, thanks to Vitalicat. You decided to head a few miles out to regroup and wait for nightfall to decide what to do. After looking at the scroll further, Brennan had recognized that this was similar to a type of writing his father had showed him in his childhood. He knew that this was code and that there must be a scroll key to be able to understand what is written. While resting, a noise had come from the surrounding grass. Vitalium and Desmea, who had been on watch, get ready for battle. They prepare themselves, and suddenly, out of the bushes, comes a monstrous-looking corgi. Charmy, followed by a halfling farmer, Drummer Lightfoot, introduced themselves, and you guys had a polite conversation. After the conversation had been had, the duo had moved on to home. You guys finished resting the rest of the day till nightfall, where you made your way back to the manor to enact your plan of infiltrating the compound to look for the scroll key. Once on the wall, with Vitalium's camouflage and Desmea's silence, the party became a silent shadow, easily dropping from the wall towards the house. With Vitalium kicking down the door, making not a sound, they decided to explore the house under the shroud of night. Finding nothing of interest on the ground floor, you all ascended to the top floor, where exploration of the right wing began. You uncovered Lord Shenhiemer's study, filled with a bunch of nooks and crannies, nothing of note. Vitalium did snag a peek at the deed of the estate, but decided to return it.
I really thought you kept that.
Desmea decided to uncover the rest of the right wing, peeking inside each of the rooms, seeing sleeping figures in their own beds. With quietly closing the doors, the party decided to move on to the left wing of the upper floor, where previously Desmea had noticed a short, golden-haired man lazily walking towards his room at the end of the hall and entering. The party followed silently, and Vitalium decided to enter the room, still under the effects of his camouflage, where, The man where the nobleman had entered. He was sitting on the bed when he'd stared Vitalium seemingly in the face and began walking towards him. This is where we left off. So, Vitalium, as you stand in the doorway, still under the effects of blur, you rolled a 25 on stealth.
Blur or Pass Without Trace?
Whatever you casted. Was it
Without
believe
Trace,
Pass Without? I think it
Blur.
was Pass Without Trace. Yes.
I have more.
You rolled so high on your stealth check. Lord Shenhiemer approaches you slowly. His eyes kind of peering at you, but almost through you. He walks up closely until you can almost feel his deep, warm breath stinking of red wine. You can see in his nose and his cheeks that he had just seemingly had quite a bit of drink. He kind of ruffles his nose and looks at you through a squint. Most intriguing. He kind of rubs his eyes. These eyes refuse to work anymore without my glasses. Anyways, he coughs on you, and you are littered with droplets of spit all over your face. As he kind of turns around, seemingly not have noticed you, and he sort of ruffles his nose and goes back towards his bed and daintily pulls the covers from his bed back and slides into bed, his bright blue sleeping gown refusing to do any favor for his figures. As a white sleeping cap droops near his nose, he begins to settle himself into bed.
Oh.
So,
How long is Pass Without Trace going to go for?
I'd say you have about a minute or two left.
Okay. Can you describe the room layout for me?
So this is for a nobleman, or for who you assume to be Lord Shenhiemer, this isn't as extravagant as you would have thought. The bed is quite nice, made of seemingly mahogany wood. There's a little bit of drapes, the fancy noble drapes across the bed. But other than that, it's very sparse. There's a dresser made of nice wood, and a rug on the floor, and a window shining in towards the outside where the moonlight's kind of shining in a little bit. But nothing else, actually.
So it's basically the only thing searchable is being the dresser, or?
Yeah, it would appear that from your inclination that he doesn't really spend too much time in this room.
Where's his coat? Does he have any kind of anywhere I would think does he have a coat rack, something I can check his pockets to see if he has any important documents in them?
So also bear in mind, I think Desmea moved away from you.
Yeah,
So-
we dropped silence.
Yeah, so
Or-
the silence
Or
is
no, we
not it's not
dropped
dropped.
silence,
It's
we just moved
away
away.
from Vitalium. Just remember that.
Okay, that's fine.
You can see that his long coat is thrown on the sort of the edge of the bed, sort of like he just tore it off and just threw it on there in a fit of laziness.
Okay, can I silently walk up to it and check the pockets?
Sure. Why don't you roll a stealth check for me? Also, what is everyone else doing here?
Being very quiet.
So, are all of you doing the same thing? Are you all kind of out in the wing still?
I think so, right?
I think,
I'm not
Brennan,
moving-
didn't
not
you
moving
say
a
that
muscle.
you wanted to go in with him, possibly?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
No.
I am. Just sneeze.
Nice.
Okay, I am close to the other rooms, so they don't hear anything that Vitalium is doing.
Okay.
So,
I just cast silence again, so it's pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh, eh?
So there's good, always goods and positives about D&D. The good thing is that I have plus 11. The bad thing is I rolled a natural 1.
No.
So, as you begin your
Dice.
first step forward,
I was trying to catch up.
you step on the you inch forward, and suddenly you hear a massive as the floor beneath you makes seemingly the loudest crack that could have been possible. Suddenly, Shenhiemer peeps up. He's kind of holding his covers as he's in bed. Hello?
I freeze. Does he see me?
Let's see. You see him glancing around. Is anyone there?
Do we hear this?
No, because sound can't enter silence.
Sound can't understand. It's okay.
Yeah. He frantically looks around as he kind of settles back into his pillow slowly. But he's kind of like piped up a little bit now. He's kind of, you can tell by his demeanor that he's you think he's just you think he might be thinking he might have just heard something, but he's a little bit on edge.
Go for it again. Can I roll again?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're rolling the big D20. There's no way this one fucks up. Okay. That'll be a 27.
Okay. You kind of sitting there frozen after putting your foot on that super creaky floorboard. You slowly pick up your foot, and the floorboard, it doesn't make any return noise. And you keep moving towards the cloak. You get to the edge of the bed. What would you like to do? Would you just like to pick up the cloak?
I don't even want to pick it up. I just want to like kind of put my hands in the pockets and try to like grab anything in it.
Why don't you roll an investigation?
Let's cocked on a natural 20, please. That'll be a 11.
11?
Yeah.
You reach your fingers in a pretty wet pocket for some reason. Oddly wet. And you feel a thin piece of glass. Do you want to pull it out?
Hell yeah. I mean,
So you pull out the thin piece of glass, and it appears to be an eyeglass that someone would use to put in, the whole like one eye eyeglass
Like
thing.
a monocle?
Monocle. There we go. Thank you, Brennan.
okay. Is that it?
That is it.
Nothing else in his pockets?
There's nothing
Or
else
is there
in
more
his
pocket?
pocket.
Okay. Dude's got nothing in his room. Can I check? Okay, I want to check I want to go through the drawers in the dresser.
Yeah, just a second.
And I want to find the underwear drawer. And I want to dig around. Guys, this is literally where people hide stuff. This is a genius play, all right?
Okay.
This is why Vitalian's the smartest among us.
You walk over to the drawer, and you slowly open up the drawer. And why don't you roll an investigation check?
Oh, fuck. Dice jail. Roll higher next time. 9.
You slowly rifle through some underwear. Miraculously, you guess the right drawer. And you come across...
You have an ironing board? Or an iron or anything?
You come across a thin booklet titled Adventurous Women. Colon, The Adventures of the Amazonians.
I can say you can go check the trunk of my car. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket that.
Okay.
And then I'm looking. Can Vitalium see if there's a false bottom to the drawer?
Through your rifling, there was no false bottom.
Is there a false back?
No.
Okay. We are looking for the key. Okay. I think the only way we get this key is if we get Lord Shenhiemer to tell us, because I don't think I'm gonna find it by my own. So I'm gonna walk to the door.
Oh gosh.
And I'm going to kind of like open it up and kind of like act as if I'm just coming into the room.
What do you mean?
So I basically want to open the door and like look like be standing in front of it, so it looks like I just walked into the room.
like you're gonna make yourself clearly visible?
Yeah. Well, not clearly visible, but I still have the pass without trace. I'm kind of like camouflaged, but like I just want to hear. I want him to hear that the door is opening.
Okay. So you
With Vitalium doing this, I'm gonna make sure I'm out of eyeshot of the door. Like I want to be
yeah.
in the hallway.
I think we're all like kind of ducked around the side of the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say at this rate, you have around like 30 seconds left to your pass without a trace. So you walk to the beginning of the room, and you slowly open the door. Lord Shenhiemer kind of rubs his eyes, goes, "Oh my days! Hello? I thought I heard something."
And so now Vitalium's going to kind of just calmly say, "Excuse me, Lord Shenhiemer, we require your assistance. Could you help us out?" And he just wants to kind of try to imitate like a human voice, and as he does it, he's going to cast Charm Person. And so Lord Shenhiemer needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Can you link the spell in chat? Let's do this. Let's do this. Perfect. That is a natural 1.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Congrats on your third natural one, Steven. You've
Thank
now
you.
passed both Jess and Steven.
Let's see. What are you doing bothering me at this hour?
I'm sorry, sir. It's a very important matter. We need the key to decrypt some messages. We have further communications from you-know-who.
A key? To decode what?
The messages, sir.
Blimey, have you been drinking on the job tonight?
Only a wee bit, sir. Sorry. There might be a miscommunication here.
Lord knows I pay you. Anywho, I have no idea what you're talking about. Keys? Scrolls? I pay you to watch my compound. What are you looking for anyways? You take me for a fool?
I'm sorry, sir. It's just Lady Honeybrew.
Ah, Maven. This must be one of her things. Please, don't bother me anymore. She must be sleeping anyways. Come back in the morning.
I'm sorry, sir. Enjoy the rest of your night. And
Despicable.
Vitalium will close the door behind him. And then Vitalium is going to enter the hallway. I assume the silence is still up.
How long did silence last? It's an hour,
You
right?
just refreshed it, right?
It's 10 minutes, I
10
believe.
minutes.
10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. I forget when. I presume it's still. I think it had a longer duration than.
Did you just recast it, or?
I recasted it,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I don't know how long Vitalium was in there for.
I'd say you'd have a few minutes left at least.
If
Okay.
my pass without trace just went down, it should have only been like a minute or two.
All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna motion everyone. Can we see Vitalium? Like he just left the room.
Yeah, the pass without trace is gone, so like he's just
I'm
you
going
can see him.
to quietly motion everyone to go to Vitalium, but I'll stay where the rooms are, and like keep an eye on them in case like
What's the
someone
radius?
moves.
That sounds
Okay,
good.
so remember your positioning. So you went back to the left wing where you guys first explored. There are still some rooms on the right wing that wouldn't be encapsulated in your silence.
Okay.
So, just so you know.
Well, is there a way I can cover all the rooms? No.
can we see the hallway again?
If you were to cover all the rooms, you'd cover the hallway that you're in, so you wouldn't be able to speak.
Yeah, I
Can-
know.
Can we
I
see the
know.
hallway?
What's the radius on silence again?
I think it's 40. I guess I can just cast it.
120 feet.
20 feet. 20 feet.
Oh.
Oh yeah, 120.
120-foot range. No, it's a 20-foot sphere, but you can cast it at 120-foot range.
So like
That's
over
actually
there
what I
is
mean.
where you first were exploring, right? Like the left wing. And then
Oh.
over here is where Lord Shenhiemer's room was. But then there's a few doors right next to it.
Okay.
All right.
I guess I'm going to...
Oh wait, silence isn't. Oh okay.
I'll just not cover those rooms then. Because I already know for sure that like there are people in those rooms. There's nothing, I can't cover everything.
Okay.
Okay, so are the people next to me? Like, is there people that can hear me?
Yeah, who would have walked away from Dismaya? Kenneth and Brennan?
Yeah.
All right, Vital is going to say it in a low whisper. Brennan, I was able to get Lord Shenhiemer to reveal some information to me. He has no idea about anything about a key or some kind of encrypted message. So he does not have any information for us here.
Then I think we should leave.
I think we should. Also, Maven Honeybrew is sleeping down the hallway. I was able to confirm.
Okay, we should leave first and come up with a plan from there.
All right, let's make our way out. And Vitalium is going to look at Desmaya and motion her.
Kenneth, what do you think?
Hands are shaking. Arthur fist meme times 10. Clearly, this is tearing him up a little bit. And he's kind of wrought in silence as he can't decide if his just very powerful urge to confront Maven now is outweighing the smarter decision of probably regrouping outside and coming up with a plan for later.
Are you just like paralyzed?
Just kind of flushed in the face.
I grab him.
White-knuckled.
I grab him and kind of.
Kenneth, is there something you want to do before we leave?
No. Let's go.
All right, let's make our way out then. And Vitalium is going to wait till this man gets closer, and then he will go down the stairs, carefully stepping over the little bell alarm thing.
Okay.
And
I'm
he's
gonna
also
kick it intentionally. I'm kidding. I step over.
Same.
Okay. You guys make your ways back through the way you came, not encountering a soul, where you make it to the back door you had knocked down. Or kicked in.
not knocked out.
Kicked in. And find yourselves, and you open it, and find yourselves in the courtyard. What would you like to do?
Vitalium is going to motion everyone over. So first, Vitalium is going to recast Pass Without a Trace. And then he's going to motion everyone over to. He's going to try to like run to the wall and motion everyone to come near him.
All right, why doesn't everyone make a
I do
stealth
so.
check?
Okay.
What did we add to the final roll,
10.
Okay,
And
not terrible.
including your modifier?
Yeah.
16.
27.
21.
What's now plus 10?
25.
Alrighty. You all make it to the wall seemingly unnoticed.
All right. Who's closest to me? All right, it's Kenneth. I reach out, I
Hey.
touch Kenneth, and then I motion like a jump motion to him.
And it's
And I
vault straight up.
I slap him and give him jump. And so like I basically as like my hand kind of like goes into contact with him, I have like a little Vitalium needle that just gives him a little injection of something, and his jump speed or jump distance is tripled.
Okay. You see Kenneth jump to ungodly heights as you easily jump on top of the wall.
Then I look to Brennan. I motion.
I go and jump up, I guess. Or
I give him the small injection.
I'm sad that he pricked me, but I jump up there and later.
And now finally Dismay.
You all, like great rabbits in the wind, manage to scale the wall with a single jump and find
And
yourselves
now
atop
you
the wall.
see Vitalium kind of go back onto his back legs, and you hear the do 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 as Vitalium is going to transform into Vitalicat, or not Vitalicat. He's going to transform into Moorbounder. And
Vitala-
Help
Bounder.
you up.
the
Probably.
Moorbounder is going to just jump to the top of the wall.
We did it.
And we're out.
Ready. You guys find yourselves atop the wall. What would you like to do?
Jump down.
On the other side.
Alrighty. You're all now on the other side of the wall
Mhm.
surrounding the manor.
Let's go. we should leave.
Yeah, we'll run off some distance.
Alrighty. After managing to run off a bit away from the manor, you guys find yourselves slightly down the hill, shrouded amongst the night and the surrounding trees. The silence wears off, as well as the pass without a trace.
So did you get the key?
So an hour has passed. We walked for an hour.
Wait, how long does whatever last?
1 hour.
Okay,
Pass
so
without trace lasts for
pass
an hour.
without a trace would still be up then. You walked for maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So did you get the key?
Vitality is going to drop his wild shape, and he's going to say, Lord Shenhiemer knows nothing about a key. Whatever that document is, I don't think it was his to begin with.
So it's got something to do with the glass then.
I did mention something about Lady Honeybrew, and he did say this could be one of Maven's things. So this could be a letter that Maven was storing in his desk.
And she was there?
She was. He said that she was sleeping, so I assume she was in one of the other rooms down the hall.
What? Why didn't we go talk to her?
I think that Brennan proposed the idea that we retreat for now, and we come up with a more concrete plan.
Seems
Well, I feel like tomorrow morning, the man is going to be like, Maven, someone was questioning me, and now she's probably going to run away.
we wait by the front door. Not for her, but we can follow them. I don't think this is pressing.
I mean, I don't
Also,
know.
Lord Shenheimer was drunk, I believe, and I was posing as a servant.
Yeah, but what servant wakes him up in the middle of the night?
I would say a clumsy one. But I don't know. He could remember, he could not.
I feel like at this point we should assume they know.
So what what is our next step?
We can always, again, try and follow them, because the glass is going to have to leave at some point.
I mean, if we wish, we could simply abduct Lady Honeybrew and question her out in the middle of the woods.
I see Kenneth like slowly, just
let's do that.
small nods. I feel like what's up with him?
Or we can could do that, or we could go to Ivanlock and maybe figure out, set up an ambush of some kind. Or on the road. I don't know. Ivanlock in itself is going to be... We still have a lot of time before they're going.
I like the idea of kidnapping Maven, but then what would we do with her after when we're already done, you know? I feel like
We
that
could just leave her in the middle of the woods. Maybe we could tie her to a tree.
tie her to a tree.
Yeah, so she can't move.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
wouldn't it be best if we went to go get her now?
We could. That's
We're going to get her for
a
now.
feasible idea.
We would how would we do that now? So if we want to get her now, we would have to sneak. Let's say we were already in there sneaking, right? Like we were in that situation. We would then have to forcibly drag her out of the house, over the wall, past all of the guards. That doesn't
What
seem
if there were no guards?
feasible.
What other situation are you gonna think?
Once she leaves, then there's gonna be less guards, and they'll
Oh,
be.
no. I just think that after the situation that Vitalium did, and he's gonna tell Maven what happened, she's gonna get even more guards after today.
She's not gonna get even more. There's not gonna be more guards on the road than there will be in the estate, right?
Who's to say that she's even traveling with her supplies? Like, I doubt, like, I don't think she would do that.
But
If
we
any,
she's here now.
She
We could
wants
just
to be
look
involved
out-
and uninvolved as much as she can.
Well, can't we just stay lookout at the house and determine and see her when she leaves?
Well, that's my
I think
thing. This, sorry, Kenneth. I don't know. This is kind of
Well,
your personal
me.
thing.
I would say yes. This
Thank
is
you.
mainly Kenneth's battle. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, this is up to you.
Uh,
Is she ever alone when she's awake?
uh, Alone in emotion, yes, but with garden company, no, she's not alone.
That was kind of deep. Jesus.
She's a cold bitch of a woman.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I like this, Kenneth.
I am personally not a fan. Now, uh, it's just a ridiculous sentence. So to me, seems to be two options: go in now, or follow and pursue in the morning. I think the only risk of pursuing in the morning is if a drunk fool of a man tells Maven a servant asked about a key or asked about a code. That's enough to alarm her. But we're also relying on a drunk, tired man to have the same ambition / schedule as Maven and to communicate that to her, which may or may not be likely. And then that would require her to get more security before she leaves. If that's the case,
So if
I still think the play would be to follow, and then when we want to make a move, have Brennan disguise self, claim to have seen us further away from the caravan, lead them away, and then the three of us can capture her and whoever's left.
got it.
That's
DM,
a good plan.
Yeah, DM, I have a question. When
Yeah.
we're in Yunheim, did we see any authority figures?
Um,
I think I've asked this before. Like any sort of uniform, guard.
so you would have seen a few. They don't look like knights, perhaps more like hired do-gooders that will try to you've seen someone wearing like a badge, but they don't look like trained warriors.
But there is an identifiable crest or something that represents.
But you've only seen like less than 3.
Okay, but do I know what the crest looks like? Was I able to see it in that time there?
It's the symbol of the town of Yunheim, which is it's a lone tree with a bush next to it.
Okay, so I did see it.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thanks. All right. So the good thing too about following out and staking is we can judge then whether or not we'll see more guards incoming as well, because they'll be coming to the front of the state.
Agreed. I
Do
think
we
that
want
would
to
be
start to loop back around towards the front? It's kind of your shot call, Kenneth.
I think the most inconspicuous of us all needs to be closer to the gate, and then we are further away from the gate as well. I think myself is not a good person to be near the gate. It's between Vitalium or Brennan, the ones who can change form the most. I'm sorry, I haven't seen you turn into an animal or a different looking person.
I am very quiet. Okay.
We'll hold on this conversation later. But I think one of us should be near the gate as like first set of eyes, and then we're further away. I just don't want all 4 of us to be close enough to the gate that this poses an issue.
Kenneth, are you able
I could
to
always lie in wait as a moorbounder, and even if I was discovered, I could run away very quickly. No man can catch me on foot.
Not a single one.
No. It's infeasible. Man is simply too slow.
I bet I could catch you.
That's just infeasible.
I'm Googling what these things look like. Oh, never mind. That is like a...
It's a straight up jaguar.
It is a ridiculous postulation to even think you could be faster than me. You would need a horse, but even that would be slower.
Is that the same animal that was like that same cat that Caleb had?
No.
Oh, no, the Svedar has the cat. Then the Moorbound. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. Who's just doing a little bit of research. Okay, let's do that. And it's different than the cat you were earlier when you swallowed a box of encoded messages.
Yes, Vitalicat is more rotund. He...
You agree he's rotund.
Yes, cats are rotund.
N-
It's just how they are.
Okay.
No biggie. The three of
Perhaps
us
it might
will
be a different genotype of cat, which would be intriguing to see.
I know the correct type of cat.
I thought I'd cast an illusion to you to show another cat. If I haven't, I will do that as we're speaking.
Well, the only problem is that I really need to see the animal. I believe, anyways. I could attempt to, but I'm not sure how accurately I could do, because I wouldn't know how their ligaments and body compositions truly function. I would really need to tear into it, you know?
No, I understand. Just so you see there are other cats.
So you're telling me you researched a dead cat?
Why, yes.
Okay.
They had no use for it.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Well, you stay in eyeshot of the gate. We'll stay in eyeshot of you. Move out.
I will just make this public knowledge. I am tapped in most of my abilities from our last venture into the house.
So should we...
Well, you could have said that earlier.
I thought we were waiting till morning, not throughout the night. But if you allow me to take a short rest, I should recuperate enough of my abilities to be useful in combat, should a need arise.
Yeah,
well, instead of you staying up the entire time, we can do shifts.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a time thing rather than me staying up. Even when I require a short rest, I'm awake the entire time. It's just my internal mechanisms are on a somewhat of a cooldown, one might say.
Okay, Vitalium, I was just trying to help.
Thank you. That was very... Yes.
Yes.
So, may I partake in a short rest before we initiate this plan?
Yeah, we're still in the middle of the night. We can sit for 30 minutes to an hour. I don't think anything's going to change in the middle of the night.
Understandable. I will be passing out now. And Vitalian's going to sit back and deactivate.
Anything you guys want to do while Vitalium's resting, or do you want to rest as well?
So are we taking a long rest or a short rest?
Short rest.
Short rest.
I don't know. I'll stay up, and I'm fully good to go, I say. I'll just pull out some of the paper that I got and just start writing stuff down.
Okay.
Yeah, I will I'll just look out to make sure no one spots us.
Why don't you roll a perception check?
Okay. With disadvantage though, because it's nighttime.
Kenneth, are you doing anything, or are you just chilling?
I'm toiling.
Oh my God.
My inner demons. Nothing crazy.
That is could I have added guidance? I asked too late. It was an 11.
So
also, I will just say, for purposes, our party still is under the effects of Pass Without Trace.
30 minutes pass. Desmaya, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It is now around 1 to 2 a.m. The moon is a little bit higher in the sky, casting its dim light across the forest floor. By the time you find yourself awakened from your short rest.
Friends, I have recovered. I can now be useful. I am heading off to the gate.
I think we should save your ability to transform. I can't wait. How can you? How long can you stay in that form when you transform?
Allow me to run a quick calculation on my current energy levels.
AKA, let me check my spell slots and what my and how much duration I have in my wild shape.
Yeah, how long does wild shape last?
You can stay in your beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. And we're level 3, so I can stay in it for 1 hour.
Okay, so I think
I
we
can
should
stay in my wild shape for about 1 hour's time.
I think we should save that for the day when it's more likely to be noticed when it's lighter out. I don't think
Would
you need to
someone
use
else
that
like to
many.
watch the front gate then? I can recover more of my magical abilities if I continue to rest.
Kenneth, would you be able to do that? You seem to be able to move among the trees pretty well.
1 second. I just got notifications that someone was trying to sign into my Apple ID in Washington. So,
Oh no.
yeah, not sure how I feel about this. What was the question? Sorry, I'm distracted with thoughts of Maven.
Would you be willing to take the watch over the gate at first, since you can move so well, amongst the trees?
Yeah, I could do that.
And then we can save Vitalium's wild shape, so he says, for when it's a little harder to stay stealthy.
Sure. Do any of you guys have a hood of some sort?
Have a what?
A hood or something?
I have a
I'm
cloak. I do have a cloak with a hood that I tend to use. Would you like to borrow
Okay.
it?
Mind.
I passed Kenneth my cloak.
Oh, Vitalium. And sorry, Vitalium, did you tell us all what you found in the desk, by the way? I'm pretty sure you did. Right?
Yes, I should have reiterated to you that within the desk,
It was the deed
I
and the money.
found an old discarded letter sent by Maven Honeybrew.
I remember we talked about it last.
You'll be arriving within a few days. I found some gold pieces that I can disperse among the party.
That's what I was
And
asking.
I found the deed to the house.
Who did get?
Apparently, Lord Shenhiemer was given this house by the Sultan of Trodia.
Does it say? Did it say what for? Again, I bet it. I didn't take good notes. Let me go back and look at my notes in the first place.
No, I think it was just like a benefactor gift.
Yes, I
Right.
believe it.
Yeah.
Lord Shenheimer may have gotten to the good graces of the Sultan, which is why he may have gifted him this house.
You can have some of that gold.
Let
What'd you
us
say?
think, though. That letter that was inside the truck. It had just arrived. Do we believe that that letter was being sent to Maven Honeybrew? Or was she trying to send it to someone else?
Well, who would it? Let's see here. So,
Also,
who
I
did
will
sh-
say, I did when I did question Lord Scheinheimer, I did use one of my abilities that normally would reveal that, or the person would know I used it on them after the effect has worn off. But because he was intoxicated, I think he may forget our encounter, especially if he's asleep at the time the spell wears off.
I think it was Kenneth. When you went, I guess Kenneth's here right now. Kenneth, did you leave to go watch yet?
No, I'm here.
Okay, Kenneth. When we went, broke into their house originally, or not 2 for 2 and breaking into houses, I guess. That letter that ordered the glass, she was the one who ordered it, right?
Correct.
So then, why would she order the glass, then have a letter sent to herself where the glass would be arriving? Unless there was another intermediary. And we don't know. Oh God, I don't have this. I didn't save those old letters in my notes.
Mistake.
I saved one of them in a Google
I'm
Drive.
sorry. What did you? What are you looking for, or what are you trying to say there?
Do we still have the letter? Do you still have the letters that we took from the Honeybrew's house?
The Honeybrew's house.
Yeah, back in
I
Rosewood.
do. Jessica does not frickin' this man.
Jessica does, but Desmaya doesn't. Or
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been the person to take it.
okay, but one of the four of us does have them, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
yes.
did it to Vitalium.
There was, I believe I may have had these letters. I know that one of them was for the Dunheim's Thousand Blows Glassery,
Yunheim.
where they were ordering 5,000 glass bottles. It was an order from Maven Honeybrew, and they said that the shipment will be ready for pickup within the week. And then I think there's one more letter. It was saying that we welcome the new partnership you have proposed and are very interested in buying more of the sample you have provided us. We will expect a horse load of it by the 5th fortnight, dropped off a mile south of.
I just pasted them in general chat.
All right, thanks. I have that last one.
Eidenlock.
I don't.
Endlog.
So, so that maybe this note must be sent to her new friends then, because it doesn't seem like as of up to now everything's been Maven herself there. Where'd you paste them?
In general chat.
Oh, in the Discord. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah, in Discord. I don't know how to. I'm using two computers, so I can't paste it into.
No, you're good. Thanks.
Hold on, while you guys talk, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
So, yeah. So it must be an outbound message meant for somebody else, right?
The first one? The second one?
No, sorry, the coded one that we had.
The outbound message. I
Yeah, right?
have no clue what you guys are talking about, so I'm just kind of like chilling. Yeah. What's her face? The intelligence of, I think 10.
God, I think I have bad intelligence too, though.
10 intelligence is actually, it's just average.
11 intelligence. Average.
I think I'm also just
14 intelligence. Let's go.
yeah, intelligence of 10. It's my worst one.
So, oh man.
So I think the plan is that we wanted to ambush Maven Honeybrew on the road. Get this key from her and decrypt this. Although if she has written this letter, then she already knows what it says.
So we don't necessarily need the key, but we'd have to convince her to tell us, which doesn't seem like.
I think it doesn't really matter where this letter is being from. As long as we talk to Maven Honeybrew, she will probably answer a lot of questions that we have.
So let me just ascertain the objective here. Is our objective to bring justice to Maven Honeybrew? Or what exactly are we doing?
I think it's to bring justice to the bees.
Yeah.
Right?
So to bring, we want to put Maven Honeybrew behind bars or execute her?
No, we want to save the bees because they're probably still actively working on whatever they're working on.
I mean, we saw what was going on in that cave and what was happening to those bees. There was with that guy we fought.
Yeah, sure, we may have saved the bees in that area, but who knows? Maybe they have other things. And now that they're working with the Old Republic, or the Second Republic, The
Yeah,
New
I believe
Republic?
this is the New Republic. The Old
I think the
Republic
Old
had
Republic's
died out
Star
a long time
Wars.
ago.
Now that we also know that they're working with the New Republic.
What's gonna
It-
stop
it-
them
it
from
just
doing
seems-
another?
Battle of my inner demons. What happened?
Kenan, do we wish to
Kenan.
execute David Hunter or
Or
bring her to
Ionia.
justice behind bars?
What's up?
Kenneth and
Whoa,
Brennan make Kevin.
that's our ship name.
Oh God.
Vitalium and Kenneth combined.
For the powers of Ionia.
Is
So-
it Vitalian and Kenan or Kenneth, or
No,
is it Brennan and Kenneth?
Wait, Kenan.
Yeah, because Brennan and Kenneth is
Yeah,
Kenan.
that's true.
Anyway, Kenneth, do you think at this point, if you will plan on executing me then? Is that
We
what
don't
you
have to
want?
execute her, but we
I'm
could just
simply, I
throw
don't.
her in jail or something like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say
Easy.
execute or throwing jail. I don't want that to happen. I was using Vitalium's words. That he
Yeah, I
chose.
know, but like Vitalium, do you not remember that the New Republic was tied to this and that they're literally trying to murder us?
I believe so, and I just want to re-clarify why exactly we're doing this. Because at the same time, the closer we get to the New Republic, the closer we will be to them, and so they could easily kill us.
Yes.
Is
I
our
know.
goal to run away from the New Republic, or are we going to fight an entire empire?
I think we should fight them, but break them in a more strategic way on the inside out. Because if we just, I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys are just running to run. But if we keep running away and letting them take over things slowly, we will eventually be caught.
Well, the New Republic hasn't done anything in ages. They've really slowed down. Are they really grabbing more territories?
They've
DM, is that true?
They've stopped. Right? And I would know that.
I don't know, like historically speaking.
So everyone would mostly know that the immediate worry of invasions from the New Republic has diminished. They've mostly stopped their expansion, but they're still around and sending people out sometimes.
Is it
Or
like-
vibe check, crab rave.
Wait, so why are we so scared of the New Republic then?
I believe it's
Because
because
of what
they're
they're-
chasing us. I believe our primary
No,
concern
I'm
was
talking I'm
simply
talking
get away.
DM. Like, why is there, other than the fact that like a group of like 10 people are chasing us, what does my character know? Because I have no idea what the New Republic is. Like, why would they be like respectful towards the New Republic?
No, you would know. Everyone knows.
I know, but as a Jessica, I don't know. Okay.
It basically be like, consider it like if Russia were to take occupation of the eastern seaboard.
Is it kind of like Russia becoming USSR in a way?
Yeah, so if Russia were to take over the eastern seaboard,
Now it's like the
And
Is
then-
it like Russia or like North Korea though? Just checking.
either or,
Very scary.
either or, if they were to take over the eastern seaboard of the United States and then
Western.
and then constantly war. So let's say Maryland is constantly like a war, there's expansion, like Russia's trying to expand further than the eastern seaboard. But then in recent years, they've stopped trying to expand, but they're still there.
So it's like they're trying to expand from the 13 colonies down through Ohio, but now they've stopped. And
Yeah.
now everyone else on the West Coast
Okay,
is.
but if it's stopped for so long, like what else that doesn't seem something that I would be
Well,
continually.
you wouldn't know, like,
afraid
they
of.
could start up again tomorrow.
So
like,
that's
wait,
it?
wait.
Like expansion is the only thing that they threaten.
Well, like
So like
war.
that see, I'm a little confused because then like why does Vitalium care? Because he just said himself that like they don't threaten expansion anymore. So
Well,
why
Vitalium
why
doesn't
is
have Vitalium doesn't have to care.
Well then why is Vitalium here?
What?
Wait.
I'm here because I want to see more of the outside world. I want to perform more experiments.
And as he said, you guys literally they confronted you and you stole the green gem from them.
Yes, and so I am in opposition to the New Republic because I want to conduct further research on this gem.
No, I
And
know, but then
really
like
seek to
what
get it
makes
back.
you stick with the group then, right? Like, I don't know. That
I'm
is
sticking.
working.
I'm sticking with the group because of the random chance that we all found ourselves in that cave, and while it was a chance meeting, I've since come to like all of you, and for right now, it suits my goals of performing experiments. I am being still. I assume we're still being chased by the New Republic, and so there's a safety in numbers. But there's also the fact that we are a bit of a group right now, either through fate or through the relations we have made since that day.
At this point, I feel like we need to.
A little confused now. Like,
So maybe let me rehash this. If I were to put our group objectives out in plain text,
In code.
would we say that our objectives are, firstly, to not get caught by the New Republic, and secondly,
yes, but that's what I'm
to
saying. An indirect objective is of not getting caught by the New Republic was also to dismantle it, because then we would be constantly on the run.
I will say that I agree that dismantling the New Republic is a way for them to stop chasing us. I am a little bit wary that the four of us are not going to have great odds at dismantling a nation state. It is a bit of a monumentous task, for at least right now. I am discovering new abilities every day, but is our goal to
I'm
is the
not
goal to fight the
saying
New
that we
Republic?
should fight them head on. I am saying that we need to find a strategy, but I don't know when or where. I'm just saying that we can't keep running.
I think
Also, you were the one
opportunities.
who was questioning the objective, so maybe you should answer your own question.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm just having a simple discussion. I'm
I
not sure
think-
if the smartest strategy is to run from the New Republic or to maybe find common ground. Maybe we find an opposition that's also opposing them. Join
I
a
might,
larger organization.
I might have an answer to that actually.
I'm so confused.
Really?
Then why did you bring up
Yes.
execution of Maven Hunting Brew?
Okay.
Well, because of our
that
second
would disrupt
objective.
their supply. That would disrupt their supply line. That could potentially disrupt their supply lines, or at least
No, I
set them
know.
back.
So you answered your own objective.
Well, no, I would say that
that's your thing.
the second objective of the group, I believe, is that we want to find justice for
Kenneth's
Lady Honey.
Kenneth. He
Because-
just climbed up a tree. He took watch. He's done.
Kenneth, are you gonna go?
About the
You want to go check
objective.
check the gate while we're doing this?
If you answered your own question and you already have ideas of the objectives, then why did you even ask us? You could have just told us instead.
What?
Well, it's more of a kind of group discussion to make sure we're all on the same page. While I might believe that these are the two objectives, you may all have different opinions.
Yeah,
And I'm just looking to see that we're all on the same page.
if I may, it's a bit of a journey, but we might have at least some sort of, well, not necessarily manpower, other resources we can try and muster from my side of things. Albeit, again, it could take us a long time to get there.
Do you
I
know
pers-
of resistance?
of my home,
Could you
Atrium.
remind me of that again?
Atrium.
Atrium.
I'm pronouncing that right, Alex. Atrium or it's
Atrium, yeah.
My home.
Atrium
of,
with an N. Yeah. Anyway, Atrium. That's what I
my
thought.
home of Pittsburgh.
Whoa.
I say
Fantastic.
that, but I named some of it after a place in New Jersey I was living. Anyway.
Can you spell it out in the chat, please?
Atrium, I think.
Atrium. Okay, cool.
N is in Nancy, I think. Right, Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
Atrium.
We.
Okay.
It's a country, just much like Trodia is, albeit a little more unified, a little more together than something so broad like we've been, forested up. But there's forces there. They don't there's concern for the New Republic. To what I know of.
Well,
Albeit
think that
it's far away. We'd have to cross the desert to get there.
I believe that could be a optimal path forward, because if we find a safe haven within that group, we should be somewhat safe from the New Republic. I think our only other possible objective, or all the other way of getting out of their reach, is if we run far enough away that they can't follow.
The
But
problem,
because we do have a powerful artifact, they may find motivation to chase us still. So maybe our best objective is to go to Atrian.
if we go there, then we can't keep tabs on them, which is kind of what I would like to do. That's the problem, right? So now we see them, we see them doing this experimentation with these bees. We saw the power that Kenneth got from these bees, yet
Mm-hmm.
there's obviously a lot of unanswered questions with that. Do we want to if we leave now, we're letting them research this power.
Are you an active fighter for Atrian? Are you actively fighting the New Republic?
I am.
You are.
I don't
And
guys, no.
so,
Active is there's no fighting going on, so I wouldn't say, active.
well, I
We're
would
not in
say
war.
that you're
I
in
have
direct opposition
yes,
to
I
New
have
Republic as an agent of Atrian.
yeah, I have my prejudices against it. I can say that.
I understand. And so, I guess my question is there is no doubt value to what we're doing right now. If we discover more plots of the New Republic, that would be a great asset to Atrian. If we all did so, and we went to Atrian, would we be able to gain asylum there?
Yes.
If we kind of bring them this needed information?
Yes, I can guarantee it on my word.
And for my own interests, if we were to go with this valued information, could I conduct experiments in general, but also on the green gem we recovered?
I mean, I can't say for certain what the leadership, we would say, but I can definitely put it in with our authority, and on good authority that we can work at least, you plus teams of people or a team of people. I don't know. That's not, I fight, I swing my sword, I hit things. I'm one of those. I'm not so inclined to stuff like that.
Do you think the idea is feasible, though?
I do.
All right. Well, then I'm up for discovering more of the New Republic's plots, and with the ultimate objective of going back to Atrian and bringing them much needed information.
A government to
Desmond,
work
what are your
for.
thoughts?
The gang becomes bureaucrats.
Oh my god. You say that, but you have no idea. Desmond, your thoughts? What is it you want to? Where
Want
do you
to
want
what?
to go with this? With this idea that me and Vitalium have now hashed out,
I mean, I'll just roll with it.
but you don't have priorities or, I don't know, a larger stake in the matter of what you prefer?
Nope.
So you're just, whatever we decide, you're just happy to hang out as long as it's not too bad.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay, so now that we have an idea of what we want to do, how do we execute this? Vitalium,
Well,
what
if
do you
our
suggest?
objective is to get more information on the New Republic, the biggest lead is through this encrypted message and whoever Lady Honeybrew is speaking with. I believe if we can get the name of that person, we could probably seek them out and get more information on the New Republic. And so I think our primary objective is to figure out who Lady Honeybrew is communicating with.
So then we have two options to do that. We can either go towards Lady Honeydew, or we can go towards the recipient. We know where Lady Honeydew is, and we know where the recipient will be and when they will be there. We could either, again, intercept Lady Honeydew now, or we could try and make our way to Idenlock to get a head start and search the area in preparation. I feel like those kind of are two options.
There's merit to both. It's also would be slightly stealthier if we perhaps watch the drop and to see where they go. Because if we directly intervene with Lady Honeybrew, uh, our presence will be known in this matter, and they'll be on the lookout for us. Whereas if we kind of stealthily watch where they go and see who they give it to, we will not necessarily be known that we're actively working against them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading what Chris said in chat.
Yeah,
That
I'm
being
not
said-
here, so I feel weird giving insight, but just strategically speaking, if we act now, there's a very solid chance of the second part of the deal never happening, meaning we don't know what that lead is
Yeah.
with the New Republic, which is what we want to use as leverage in Albion.
Yeah.
Adrian?
Adrian.
Sorry. Also, there's the potential of, by sitting out now, we could see if, hey, when this changes hands, it's going to be even harder and more difficult for us to heist or obtain information. And then once we know that, or have any sort of wiggle room there, then we can kind of pick our poison.
I think
Strategically,
then I
is
think
what you guys are all thinking. Let me
I
incept
had
that.
this,
Spirit
I
of
had this
Kenneth.
random.
The spirit
yeah.
of Kenneth instills knowledge.
So I think it's and then I think we should head to Idenlock and try and investigate the town area. We know where. That sounds alright to you guys.
Believe that's a solid decision. I'm all for it.
As well as they don't know our faces there, at least, and obviously I can change my face, but I feel like our time in Yunheim has kind of overstayed our welcome.
I also could potentially solve this algorithm by myself. It is quite complex, but with enough time, I may be able to do it.
Maybe the both of us every night on the trip down there can spend some time cracking it, or attempting
Yes.
to.
Actually, if we work together with your previous knowledge of this code,
Well, I don't know.
advantage we would have may eventually lead to us cracking the code.
Unfortunately, I don't know the code. I just know the concept of what. It's not one code. It's not like a universal language, but it's just a universal technology, so to speak.
Well, you see, sometimes the first step is all you need to crack it.
Alex, were you adding to the tension pool this whole time, or has it been sitting at 4 for a reason?
It's been sitting at 4 for a reason.
Oh. For how long has it been there?
Like
2 sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't that the glass?
The what?
Wasn't we were making glass?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I missed one that I should have triggered one more. Thanks for
You
reminding
really don't
me.
have to, though. You just don't
really
have
don't have to. All right. If that's
Go ahead.
undecided, I'll go get Kenneth and I'll go walk towards the road, try and find
Well,
Kenneth.
I will say, before you go,
Yeah.
it might be wise to keep an eye out for that cart, because when we see it leave, you have to follow it.
Okay, but
Any of us have
if-
like a
I can look
GPS
after the
tracker?
cart.
Well, I think I think we should just kind of leave someone posted near the gate, and then for them to maybe have a signal or come find us when it leaves.
okay, but what if it doesn't? I thought the whole point was getting there before the cart leaves.
Well,
Getting
we
to
could
Idenlock as soon as possible.
get there before the cart leaves, but it may be difficult to find the cart, or if it takes a path that we're not aware of into the city.
Well, it's not going. It's not going directly to the city. It's going to a dock south of the
If you-
city, and we know when. Oh, I guess we don't know the exact day it's going to get there.
If
Why
you
don't we
want, I could
Mhm.
potentially stay behind and follow the cart myself. So
Why-
if you all do not see it enter the town, I will at least be following it. Because I have my wild shape abilities, I should be able to somewhat keep up with it. I am faster than a horse, and with a carriage traveling, I should be able to keep up with it.
If that's the case, then I feel like we should split up 2 and 2, just so if anything happens to you, at least you'll have some sort of backup.
this could work,
And I
although.
think Kenneth. I think
So the
either
way
you.
that this would have to work then is that I would be basically running as a moorbounder by myself, and I would meet up with the writer with me perhaps every night.
Well,
Because the idea is that I would kind of stealthily follow this carriage as a moorbounder running through undergrowth or whatever I could to stay obscured enough that they wouldn't know I was tracking them.
okay, but
I
I
would be
was
able
under
to go
the
for 2 hours, take 1 hour rest, and then go for another 2 and repeat for however long until we get there.
How far do we expect Iron Luck is from Unheim, Alex? Is that on the map that I got? Let me pull up that map.
I don't believe so.
Right in this map?
I haven't showed you guys the map yet. It's here. Oh. Shit.
So-
You said you got me, right? Like, I'm back.
Not yet, actually.
Damn
got
it.
corrupt. So
You guys
this-
were just talking politics. I got so bored.
Alex, so what's the 2 areas on this map then? Because there's one of them's Unheim, which is the bottom one,
Yes.
and then the top one is
The capital.
it's fuck. What's it called?
Uldahir.
Old to Hear. So it's Old to Hear. It's the top one's Old to Hear, and the bottom one is Unheim.
But you guys, I forget who knows. I told one of you knows that Eidenloch is it's west of Teldrin, very close to New Republic territory.
I feel like it's probably not Vitalium. Vitalium doesn't know anything but
One of you
geography.
knows it. I think it might be Kenneth or Brennan. I forget.
We'd have to head east of here, right?
Oh yes, east. No, yeah,
we'd
it's
have to
east.
head-
It's not west. It's east of Teldrin, which is east of Rosewood.
Oh, so we traveled in the opposite direction.
Yes.
I think that's a fine idea. I'm not sure. I just don't feel comfortable with having one person alone.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable even splitting the party at this point. Seems
Can you wild shape into horse?
Why, yes, I could. If someone wants to ride
Vitalihor.
me.
That's what I was thinking. That someone could.
So that was
ride-
the encounter at the bar, Alex.
I was thinking
Alex,
that you could
sorry, I assume I have a horse in my farm animals repertoire,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Well, you saw a horse hoist the glass vials away the night you dropped it off.
Yes. Was it a war horse, right?
No. Yeah. They have a Clydesdale there. Yeah, sure.
What kind of war horse is on a barn?
I think it was a war horse.
It was not a war horse.
Well, I was just thinking that maybe the person with you, if you're comfortable, could ride you. So that way.
This is a
Sorry, you
PG-13
paused
stream.
there.
That's
Did
not what I
you
was
cough?
insinuating.
I'm disappointed in Mr. DM.
Same.
Anyways,
Disgusting.
could travel with you, so that way you will always be stealthy together, and you would be able to keep up with the other horses.
I think this is a fine idea. And whoever my writer is can simply say that I am some kind of robotic contraption made to eventually one day replace a horse. They could say I'm maybe a fresh prototype,
I think
the leading
Kenneth
edge of technology.
should go with you because Brennan and I can sleuth around in Ivanloft ahead of time, and there probably will be someone who would recognize Kenneth there, but no one along the way if you guys are stealthy enough.
So I have ideas on.
Also, I'm not
Pretty
very
much,
charismatic, and I need someone who can talk.
I can do that. I have ideas on types of people to ask while they're. Speaking of which, let me get my actual notepad out of my backpack.
Oh God. Oh. Alex,
Ah,
I need some DM calculations here. So, if I'm a horse that can move 60 feet per round, uninhibited, and for every 2 hours, I need to take a 1 hour short rest. Could I very easily keep up with this carriage that is probably not moving as fast as a lone horse is? Or
uh, presumably, you don't know how fast the carriage would be going, from right now. If it moves slow and keeps a steady pace, you could think that you'd catch up in between breaks if you pump the gas. But if the carriage moves faster than you anticipate, you might fall behind.
The carriage is probably not moving too fast. 'Cause it's,
But I'd say it'd be a safe bet for it to be moving slower than a lone horse.
yeah, because it's lugging. How heavy is it? Like we had to use 2 people to carry those crates, and there's multiple of them. And I know there's at least 2 horses, but it's still heavy.
okay, and I can also rearrange my internal configuration to make myself move faster.
That being
Although it will impact my competitive abilities if anything were to arise.
That's the other problem is you don't even know what we might run into, whether or not there's bandits, wild animals. Do you think you and Kenneth could handle that on your own as well? Because
Kenneth
only
is very strong.
I know I see his arrows. They either do a shit ton of damage or they miss entirely.
You haven't you haven't
That's
seen him, but when he and I were alone, he's very strong. He says he doesn't like killing things, but he's really good at it and
hmm.
wasted potential if you.
It
Oh, we can
also
change that.
could be ideal if Kenneth were to have his own horse separate from me, and then I simply rode alongside him,
Well, how much does a
and he
course
could say that
cost?
he's keeping a spare horse.
Where are we getting a horse?
How much is a horse? We could
Um,
get one from you,
we,
huh?
we could buy one,
How
or
much
we
does
could
one
steal
cost?
one.
Do we know how much a horse costs?
A horse
What's the actual? There's
should.
a 5e rule for this, I thought. Right?
There
Mr.
is.
DM,
I guess we
75
could
gold
steal
pieces.
him.
75 gold pieces. So we can't
According to
afford.
the rules.
That's what the 5e is. So we can afford one if we pull
How far are
together.
we from Unheim, though?
You're in Unheim.
Or, I
Well,
mean, how far are we from the city?
from like actual Unheim.
So you're a 3 days ride from Rosewood, which is a hold on, let me put the map.
Well, I'm
real quick.
assuming the only place that actually sells horses is the town, and we left the town. So how far are we from the town?
The actual Unheim, Alex. The
Yes.
city. Because we're still like.
Oh,
outskirts, right?
wait. You're only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from the manor. You didn't walk too far.
Not from the manor, but from the city of Unheim.
Oh,
Alex.
the
City
city.
that would
It was
sell
only
horses.
it's the manor is within the city of Unheim. It's just on the outskirt, like up a hill. So it's only
Oh,
like a 5 to 10 minute walk to the city proper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I
Because
mean-
I thought we took like hour. Walked for like an hour at one.
That was
Yeah.
yesterday or last session, if
Ye-
you remember.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
Wasn't the starting point Unheim? I'm not confused. Whatever, it's fine.
No, so where you guys are is you're in the off the back of the manor, the hill, and you walked for 10 to 20 minutes away from the manor down the hill, which is away from town. So if you picture the manor being north, you're going further north, where Unheim would be south of the manor, so further south.
So it's probably like half an hour walk into the town, or
Yeah.
from where we are. Okay.
20 minutes to half an hour, yeah.
I could also very quickly transform into a moorbounder and get there essentially 3 times faster than we would be able to go on foot.
I feel like I should go though. You might be able to.
Yeah, I mean,
I could
if you
carry
buy a
you.
horse, we have a horse. By the way, we're gonna have a horse.
So if we have a
Take
I'm
horse,
care
sorry.
of.
We are.
Oh.
Yes, we are getting a horse, right? Why? What?
We're gonna
Um,
have to take care of it after we're done with it for just this one mission.
Well, we
how
could
much-
just sell it in the next town. Horses should be a pretty hot commodity. I assume most people are in constant need of a new one.
Okay.
we have enough money. We should have enough money. How much money do we have, guys? Let's take that. I have 33 gold, and once we just got the bag of 50 gold as well. So between the four of us, we should have enough to take care of the horse for this minute to get there in time. I don't know. I still think we should all just. I want to get to Iron Lock as soon as possible.
Okay.
How much gold do we all have? Just curious.
I have 33
What are
gold.
our party funds if we wanted to invest in better traveling provisions?
I have 10.
Did we get
I-
Kenneth yet? I think I
Kenneth?
would have gotten
No.
Kenneth at this point. Or do we not still? Or is he still watching the.
Get over here. Get over here. Okay,
I'm gonna get Kenneth. I'm getting Kenneth at this point. And we fill him into what we've talked about conveniently.
Pretty sure Kenneth doesn't have that much gold.
I get a quick recap.
Here you go. Give him a recap.
How much gold do you have, Kenneth?
So much actually, more than I've ever had before in my whole life. Let me look at my pockets here. I have 27 gold pieces.
Oh. So together we can get this horse
More
now.
than me.
That's.
Why are we buying a horse?
I fill you in with why we're buying a horse.
But I think it's because Vitalium doesn't want you on his back. But
Well, no, I would say
no, I think it's because
The
you don't like
horse
Kenneth
is-
and you don't want him on your back.
So
I'm totally fine with Kenneth riding me. I don't see a problem with that personally. But it could prove to be an issue if the cart moves faster than expected. We could lose it.
Wait, also, would you guys be splitting up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're
That's
saying.
why it
That's
has
why
to be
I'm. That's
two
why
and two.
I don't want to.
So just for visibility, so you know, this would be probably a 7 to 10 day journey.
I think we should just. If it's so far away, I think we should all just go then.
Also, I would
all
say that
go with my tally,
if
then
we
I
want to
can
make
stop.
things easier, we could just simply ambush the delivery cart and replace all the guards and just leave them behind and deliver it ourselves.
We could just kill everyone and oppose the guards.
Yeah, that's true too. I like that idea. That seems fun.
What are our odds that we can actually beat the guards? We'd have to wait and follow them when the cart leaves. And the problem is,
I mean, there's probably not
we-
that many people on the cart or, yeah, going on the ride. There's probably only like 2 or 3.
okay. So, but the problem is also they're not delivering the glass for 5 fortnights from whenever that letter was. So we don't know how much longer. You know, if whether the glass is just gonna be sitting there for a while or when it's actually gonna leave.
Well, I mean, I think this is the whole point of why we wait and then we ambush them when they leave.
Okay, so we want to wait for like day. We could potentially be waiting for days or weeks here then.
Sounds like you really want to go to Ivanloft, so maybe we should just go to Ivanloft. So you
No, I'm not. No.
Why
but
does
that's
everyone
what-
keep saying the city wrong? It's Iden Lock.
Okay, Ivanloft.
I'm hearing
sorry.
Ivanlock and Iden Love.
I keep
Welcome
saying
to
Ivanloft.
DMing. Welcome to DMing, Mr. Maddox. I didn't lock. Well, no, I'm not. I'm fine with ambushing them. It's just the risk is we're just sitting around for a long time. That's all. Just trying to balance out what to do.
I'm gonna go pick some grass over there, and you and Vitalium can figure it out.
Okay.
I'm
Can I-
gonna sit down, and I'm frustrated.
If we want to stay together as a party, we could always take the L, as they say, and simply go to Ivan Strudel and just wait for the cart to arrive. while there might be a small possibility that we miss it, perhaps we could do some sleuthing around town to discover who the informant was anyways, or who had recently got in a carriage full of glass vials. Perhaps if we bribe the town guard, they can be on the lookout for such a delivery for us.
Yeah. So what we can do also is, I don't know the customs of the city, but I have a list here. I've been formulating a list of people that may or may not be in the town. So, of who could possibly, request something like this. If it's someone from Idenlock. Like, it could be a noble or a mayor or a town leader who is also in the same situation as Shenheimer. Shenheimer?
Brennan.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What's the name again of the Lord? Shenheimer?
Shenheimer, yes.
Shenheimer, okay. It could
Shen.
be
So,
oh, yeah.
Heimer.
I hate you, Alex, for this one. Anyway.
Shenheimerdinger.
Shen-
Yeah.
You know his full name.
If I tell him?
So, my only question for you, Brennan, is
Yeah.
I trust your judgment. Do you believe we can figure out where to go if we get to
Idenlock.
Idenlock?
No, that's the problem.
Ivanlock?
That's the problem. I'm
So-
not entirely sure.
Would you say it's a good enough chance to gamble on?
I don't know, honestly. I think someone there must, right? Because why would they arrange a meeting there if someone there doesn't know anything? You know, like someone there must know something if that's where they're going to meet up.
Well, what I'm saying is that if we don't see this cart enter the city, we will have no idea where to look.
We
We'll have
know
to
there's
do-
a dock. We know they're meeting at a dock on the southern edge, about a mile out. So we do have an idea where it's going to get met, where it's going to get dropped off.
All right. Well, I think then let's go to Idenlock or Ivanlock, and we will keep an eye.
Is that okay with you guys? Because I don't want to risk this if you guys don't think it's feasible.
I'm personally good for that plan.
Okay, because I do think, like, while there are definitely advantages to ambushing them on the road that could yield us information, I don't think that's optimal. Because I think if, let's say, I think, best case scenario is if we, again, like you mentioned, pose as guards. I guess you kill all of them or whatever, incapacitate all of them, pose as guards, but at that point, we don't have any information on who we're meeting with, what the meeting is going to expect from us. We don't know, if we're supposed to be paying them or what.
Yeah.
Also, Nugget is adorable.
I will also say that
Oh my god, that dog. Sorry.
shoot, I need to get one of my resources. So D&D.
Nugget. Nugget.
So I will say that if we do want to get to Ivan Waffle, we should invest in horses because we're only going to be moving about 24 miles a day on foot.
So if we pool all our gold, we have enough for 2 horses? I don't think
All
so.
of our gold?
I don't think we have enough either way. Because that'd be
I
150
only
gold.
have 10.
I have 33. We don't have enough.
Well,
I don't know how to ride a horse.
do you want to walk all the way to Ivanlock?
Well, do we have much of a choice?
Yeah, I do.
We don't have much of a choice. I think
I'm
we
not
can
getting
go
rid of
now.
my money.
Yeah, I think we should walk.
Just
I think
spend
it's
it
a
on
little.
an animal that I can't use properly.
Yeah.
Well,
Kinda,
I'm
yeah.
personally fine with walking if that's the choice we make.
I'm
I
Leaving
simply
kind
walk
of-
to a beast and easily keep up.
Okay, I tell you, we get it. You can transform into things.
At this point, yeah.
This is me like yelling from afar. Because I went to go pick at grass.
It is no skin off my back. I was simply trying to make this easier for the rest of you.
Yeah, I think we should walk. I think going and
In
buying a
off
horse is
your
too much.
back?
It's a lot
Yeah,
more
what?
difficult. It's like metal off my back, but I picked it up in a tavern one time.
What? Huh?
The skin off my back,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
believe it is a colloquialism used
yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
organic
I, I,
humanoid
I
creatures.
regret asking.
Was it? Did I use it
I-
incorrectly? Could you please provide me a situation where it'd make more sense?
So, should we go to Eidenloft, like, right now? We should head there. Like, right now.
I'm okay with that. That's what I want to do. I want to go there because I want to go to a new city.
Can
Okay.
we potentially rest the night and leave first thing in the morning?
Yeah,
I'm
that
a
also give us
little
time to
bit
see if the cart leaves
exhausted
me, guys.
after our expenditure today.
Okay, so
Okay,
then we
we
can
can
keep
do it.
watch when we trade our maybe our shifts. We can also watch the gate during our shift, just in case.
Sounds good.
We can. We would also need to reposition over by the gate
Oh,
then.
then maybe that's a little risky. Okay.
Eh,
Well,
I
I
think we
think regardless of them coming or going, I think our plan is just to go to Ivanlof
Okay,
block.
then we should just take a
And
rest
so we
now.
should just simply rest up and then leave in the morning. And perhaps before we go on our way, we just check to see if the cart has left yet.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Although it could be potentially difficult if it's within the shed, because then we'll have to find a way to look in. Actually, I do have something that could work. Something I've been developing for some time now.
What is that?
I've been... Well, what fun is telling it? You'll see it when it happens. We'll do a live experiment.
Oh,
if
see
you
it in
will.
the morning.
That's right.
All right.
I have to give you guys something to look forward to. After
Oh.
all, I have to make science fun.
Okay. Shall we rest?
The
we
robot
rest.
We
It
rest.
took an hour to figure this
Oh my
out.
god.
And
guy. No.
as I go to sleep, can I spend my D20 roll looking at the encryption?
Sure.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Well, the problem is you can't help me because then you don't. Well, you can help me for 2
Right,
hours.
help him for 2 hours. Yeah, I'll help you for 2 hours.
Does that work, Alex?
Instead of advantage, just add +1.
Good to know.
+1. That's what he's useful for.
Plus
Brendan
2.
is a
I only have
Plus
plus.
two.
No, I only have plus. No. I only have a +1 on my intelligence. Actually, no, I'm +0 on my intelligence. I only have 11 intelligence. So
Nugget, stop.
we'll take the
No.
+1. We'll take the +1.
Brennan, you are so much help. I very appreciate this. You are providing so much valuable insight.
Thanks. And what'd you roll?
5.
Yikes.
The code remains impossible to break, still making you furious.
This is most difficult. Well, Brennan, I will keep looking at it. You should get some sleep.
You do that.
You-
I'm going to sleep now, and I'm just kind of angrily going to sleep.
Why don't you roll a perception check, Vitalium?
Wait, is Brennan not staying up with him? Like
Oh,
his place?
that was including my 2 hours.
Okay, then
so I'll get
then assuming
someone
you would
else.
wake me up, right?
Okay.
Or-
Yeah, sure. We would have
Okay.
gone over that, I guess. Who was keeping watch? I feel like that makes sense. Sure.
So
get you.
can I do perception too?
Yeah, why don't whoever's taking watch for the night roll perception at some point?
Can I cast guidance?
No. Because it's a
Bruh.
long duration.
I rolled a natural 20, but I have disadvantage.
That would be a 16, Mr. DM, sir.
I have a 13.
Who else is keeping watch? Anyone else?
I mean, I would have rolled for my 2 hours. I guess I was helping him already, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I think we're just rotating.
Yeah,
Taking
so
shifts.
Do I roll for a third shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you roll for a third shift? Why don't you do that
Perception?
for me?
Perception?
Yes. Ooh, I love the 20 on your die.
oh wait, I didn't see Chris's new die.
Yeah, same.
Alrighty.
Chris, roll
We'll
something.
take our 10-minute break here.
Is
Oh
it
my.
bad that I want you to roll natural one because I want to see what happens?
Chris, roll your die. I want to see it.
We'll take a 10-minute break and then we'll go for like another 30 minutes or so. We can end.
Oh, okay. Oops. Oh man, that was a session of just us having to figure our shit out so far.
Nugget. Where did he go?
All right, I'll be right back.
Alex, give me the nugget cam.
Nugget. Nugget.
Switch cars right now because I'm gonna go get you my ironing board. Like, someone breaking out for like.
You do
There's
whatever.
a nugget.
Nugget.
Oh, we need to walk Nugget after session. And you need to remind me that I need to pick up a package.
I'll be right back.
in that closet. I just looked at it.
Let me check my room. I have one somewhere. I swear I did. I don't know, man. Sorry. We're halfway there. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know where it is. I thought I had it in my car. Okay, sorry. I'm.
Okay, really? It's right there. He's trying to find the. Oh, he found it. He found it.
Burger. Now the world will see how he just holds it in his mouth and like falls asleep. He's just holding it in his mouth. Nugget. Nugget. Nugget, come here. Let's go. Nugget, let's go. Come on, let's go. Nugget, come here. Come here. Come here. Nugget, come here.
It's like he's looking right at the camera.
Nugget, come here. Come on, let's go. Let's go, come on.
You see Jessica? Dude, Troy is now Kenneth. But Steven's the same.
What?
In the stream. Only Kenneth and Troy swapped because of Kenneth's lack of video.
I keep the stream open.
Now we just need to wait for Chris. Now we just need... Oh, Chris is back!
Oh. I've been here this whole time, you idiots.
Oh?
Buffoons.
Yeah? I bet, huh?
Alright, I draw an arrow and I shoot Dismaya.
All right, I'll roll to attack.
I've been waiting for this.
Turn it up! I've been waiting for this one. A 1 million hit.
Uh, 243. Does a 243 hit? Does Maya?
20d20.
No. No. Close though. Close though.
Oh shoot!
It's an above average roll.
Alrighty. So, you guys, as you guys are resting, none of you notice anything out of the ordinary during your watches. A quiet night passes, and morning begins to crest over the skyline, the trees, and you hear the birds beginning to chirp as you find yourselves in.
Vitalium is going
He sees you guys for the first time.
Nugget. There you go.
All right, Troy's distracting him, but you guys are awake. What would you like to do?
We'd like to go to Idenloft.
Idenlock. Yep. Sorry, not the Well, we're gonna swing by the front gate first to take a look, and then go to Idenlock, right?
Idenloft, yes.
It's lock, right?
Video block.
Item in loft. LOF.
Alex?
Idenlock.
It's LOF.
No. Do you have ears?
It's lock?
It's lock.
You spelled it out in the thing, that's why. Oh, it's L-O-K.
Okay.
But your letter has an F. You spelled it Idenlof. By the way.
Huh?
Yeah, wait.
In your hummingbird letter, you spelled it with an F.
Is that not an F at the end?
I thought it was enough, but I also am going what he's telling them.
Definitely an F.
Because I kept
No,
hearing
that's okay.
loft.
That's okay. That's okay.
The dumb font you use.
Man used. Yes.
Anyway.
Don't do this, UK. That's what I like to see.
That is a
You
K.
didn't do, CK?
See, so if you look at the word off next to a mile, you can see the difference between the F and the K.
I know, but why did you not spell it with a CK?
What do you mean? It's a town name.
Look.
What? What?
Stop.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was saying, I didn't lock, and then like I saw like the Jessica post, and I went back and referenced the letter. I'm like, shit.
Here,
maybe it
Nugget's
isn't
doing
F.
something. One second.
Yeah, he's
All
trying to
right.
get into my trash.
I hate that you do that, man. That's so disturbing.
Nugget, come on. Stop.
Anyway, I guess we're heading out, and we're gonna swing by the front gate quietly to see if any signs of it leaving. I guess.
So you guys are heading by the front gate and then leaving town. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to need you guys to make a perception check.
Which one? How many of us?
2.
Someone else can do it if you guys
I
think
will volunteer as tribute.
Perception.
Instantaneous. Oh, can I get a long rest in? Yes.
Yeah, all of you got long rest in.
Also, is it instantaneous or over an extended period of time?
It is over. You can do instantaneous.
Let's go, guidance. 17.
Am I allowed to cast guidance too? Oh wait, no. Kenneth is doing it.
Thanks.
Did you put it in the roll in chat? What was it?
17, I think by time, right? Yeah, looks like a 17.
Yeah, I rolled in chat.
Alrighty. As you guys begin to make your circle way around the manor, you notice that there is a guard on top of the wall. From a distance, you see a guard kind of standing, walking alongside the wall, on top of it.
On top of the wall, like, what's he doing?
From this distance, all you can tell is he's walking, he's pacing along the top of the wall.
Does he look like a guard or does he look like a thief?
He looks like a guard.
Vitalis kind of stops the party and said, there appears to be a guard patrolling the wall. Probably because of our recent incursions, I would believe. But since our task today is to simply see if the card is there, it's time for me to test my new ability.
Oh, well, yeah, we gotta see the new ability.
Okay.
What do we see?
Mind control.
So, so what Vitalium is going to do is sorry, D&D Beyond. Okay.
D&D
So-
Beyond.
Yeah, Hawk is probably going to be my go-to here. So, Vitalium is going to put his hand on the ground, and then from his palm, it's going to open up, and then he's going to slowly start like 3D printing going up like this miniature hawk. And when he gets to the top, it's going to kind of like, you're going to see the eyes kind of glow on, that same kind of blue coming from his chest, and it's going to look around as if it's alive. As Vitalium is going to cast his Wild Companion feature. which is I can expend a use of my wild shape to basically cast the spell Find Familiar for
Oh,
2 hours.
that's cool.
Because I believe it's it's half my level rounded down plus 1 hour. So I can I can look through this hawk's eyes instead of my own. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to say, all right, I've accessed my hawk, and now I'm flying into the storage room through that same hole I went through as a cat. As a hawk, I should be able to get through the same hole, right? Because that was a rotund cat, and I got through.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, as the hawk, I'm going to kind of fly up high, go past the wall, dive down, and enter through that hole.
Okay. Why don't you roll why don't you roll a perception check?
Rolls a 1. You're actually blind. A hawk has +4 perception. So I will go here and roll a d20 +4. Roll. A natural 20.
Alrighty. What you see before you is a similar sight as before, except this time, instead of a blanket draped over the cart, you see that it has been makeshift. There's been sort of a tight drape, sort of locked. I'm trying to find a best way to describe this.
Like pulled taut?
Yeah, so you find like a very thick tarp pulled extremely taut amongst the crate and the insides of the crate.
How is it being pulled taut?
On each, you see these thick cables that kind of connect into the wood in various rings along the sides.
Vital Hawk is going to go bite one of the cables. Actually, bite or slash. Hold up. What do I have as a hawk? Yeah, I'm going to talon one of the hawks or one of the cables and see if I can get back inside the cart.
What would that roll even be?
Attack roll?
Attack roll against the AC of cables.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe like rope or what? I'm pretty sure there's an AC of rope somewhere because there's AC of wood.
And if it's a cable, it can't be that strong, you know? You can just give it to me, you know? I think I would personally just give it to me.
And you could just completely say no.
You can roll an attack roll.
All right. Vital Hawk, what do you got? You got +5 to hit? Let's go. $12. That should be good enough.
As you try to bite into the cable, it's way too hard for your beak and your talons to get through. As you frantically try to claw and peck at it, and you don't even seem to be making a mark.
And there's no way for me to like squeeze in, right?
No, it is pulled tight, and the cover itself is made of very thick material.
Vitalium is going to say out loud to the party. The cart is inside the shed. They have upgraded their tarp into some kind of heavy-duty cover. Vitalhawk can get through it. I cannot tell. I would assume so.
Well, that's what matters.
Well, there's something in the cart that's being covered by the tarp. I would say that is more than a reasonable guess to assume it is the glass vials.
Or then
If
let's
they're
then we know
full,
we have a.
we
So
should ambush them.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Not to go back on a plan that was very well discussed. If those vials are full, we are stopping that cart.
They were empty the other day.
They were
right?
empty last time we checked. I believe the only thing that has changed is I think they upgraded their tarp into something more secure.
They're just going to show up on the abandoned dock with empty vials.
I think the request was for vials. I think is at the location in Eidenlock where they're going to fill them up.
Why couldn't the other party just get the vials themselves? It's not like that's contraband. That's just a big order of glass.
Potentially, I mean, is there a plan
Not
of
really
action you're
suspicious.
suggesting? Because the other day when we checked the vials, they were empty. Are you suggesting we stay here and wait for them to potentially fill them up?
If we could keep an eye on them, that would be huge. That's what I'm after.
Well, do we even know at this point? They don't have the bees though.
No,
Like,
but they had half of the essence. The issue was we freed half. They had half of the essence. I'm
But if-
assuming that essence is getting loaded with those vials and being traded to the public or something.
Okay, but we would have seen.
Stop.
I feel like we would have seen those, right? When we were either in the house or in the shed.
Yes, but would they make the entire delivery just empty vials?
Yeah, because
Makes no sense.
it makes
There's
sense.
no glass door closer.
Not potentially not of this quantity, because I know, as Ned said, Unheim does specialize in glass blowing, right, Mr. DM? Or have a
Yes,
beast-
because it's one of the only cities, or
That
one
has
of the
the
only
sand.
towns that borders the desert.
so it's a special order that has to get done there specifically. Now, because of Maven's connections, it's easier for her to act as an intermediary because Rosewood's in the sort of Unheim, Rosewood, Idenlock, right? From west to east.
Okay.
If
fine.
anything,
No, it's
I think
Unheim, Rosewood, Eidenlock.
Yeah.
From
if
west to east.
anything, I don't think the vials are filled right now, but they possibly might fill them along the way.
Fine. Sorry. Just that's my
And
concern.
when we start the trip, we can take a better look, and they're more alone, we can take a better look at the cart and see if they're filled or not.
I thought we were going ahead of the cart, though. We weren't staying with the cart. We were going to Idenlock ahead of time.
Oh, right. Oh, no.
Fine. The plan continues. I think. I don't like this.
Also,
Can
Kenneth,
the
one
hawk
thing I
get
might-
a better look inside Vitalium?
They have this heavy duty tarp on top of the carriage now, and with very strong cables. The Hawkeye had sent in is not strong enough to cut through that material. We would need to
Is
go in
there-
ourselves and potentially slice it with a sword or a small dagger.
Is there another? Did the hawk see any other entrance? Because it seems pretty inefficient for them to have to consistently go in and out of the cart with that wire. There has to be a way to open it.
Let me look. Can Vital Hawk
Or they're not
look
going in and
for
out.
some kind of mechanism how they even hook this thing up?
Well, they have to unload it, and it seems pretty inefficient.
Yeah.
All right.
You can see that the cables are made of thin wire. That look like, with given the right tool, that you could snap them.
Given the right
So the only
tool-
way to take it on and off is to snap them.
Yeah.
Damn, these guys are hardcore. I think they're using a special one-time use cable that has to be snapped off with every use. They clearly don't want anyone getting into this carriage after it's been sealed.
So
So
do you think
perhaps
they're
maybe they've
filled?
already filled up the vials then, and they don't need to go inside. Or perhaps they know that these vials will be empty all the way to Lock.
I don't think they're filled personally because we just made the vials. I don't think they would have noticed any sign of laboratory or something in the house or the shed when we checked.
This is true.
Because
Right.
the quantity of bee juice or whatever was lots. That we saw in the lab. They had these huge. It was like with Alex, right? Huge, massive containers.
Yeah, there was like a big vat.
Yeah, but smaller vials have been filled.
Yes, but they would have had the whole supply there if they were going to fill the vials.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, we could have totally missed something.
Maybe. I just don't think that's likely because it's likely if they were going to fill. If they were going to fill them here, why are they still sending on a meeting spot? Because I don't think
To the New Republic, right? Isn't this entire trip for whatever benefactor sent the letter?
Yeah, but I think the benefactor would probably have the serum, right? Because we saw the mage guy, assuming he was the one with this scar on his face who tried to burn us alive.
I will say that the friends that they had talked about in the letter were saying that they liked the sample and they wanted more of it. The only way that Lady Honeybrew can provide more of it is if she supplied it herself and then shipped it to them.
Yeah.
Lady Honeybrew shouldn't ship them empty vials unless there is a middleman that will fill them for her. So I would say Kenneth is somewhat right here.
Then do we want to go somewhere
Kenneth,
else?
can you maybe send a bee in?
Perhaps
Are the Vitalium, how close are the wires together? Do you think a bug could slip in?
Mr. DM, can a
I'm assuming
small
it's like
bee
a
slip in
literal.
to this low cover?
Why don't you roll investigation? Up. Come. Nugget keeps whining.
Why?
I don't know.
Probably has to go to the bathroom.
Maybe, yeah.
Nugget, do I roll with a Hawks investigation?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, wait, let me just look at the spell. So, Alex.
Yes.
It says that I can look through my familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of my next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that familiar has. If I'm doing an investigation check, can I roll with Vitalium's investigation, or am I still rolling with the Hawks?
I believe it's the Hawks, right? Because the Hawk's the one that's there.
Pretty. You can't like ruffle through packages like a human could, right? So I feel like it's.
I wasn't sure if the investigation was more of a kind of an inquisitive task or an actual like action. Like it's like, oh, is the investigation the thinking about it and realizing it, or
No, it would be the looking. So I guess you could use Vitaliums.
So sorry, actually no. So sorry, this is that'd be a 6 if I use a Hawks, 14 if I use Vitaliums. Your choice.
I'd say Vitaliums because you're not. It's just looking around the cart for an entrance. I'd say as you make your Hawk peruse the perimeter of the cart, you do notice that certain sections in between the cables are many tiny gaps where they couldn't be perfectly flush with the where the tarp couldn't exactly be flush with the cart.
Kenneth, the way that this cart is configured, there is a small area that a bee could slip through.
What's the range of a bee?
I was gonna say it's very up in the air. I'll hop into Foundry real quick. Cheers. 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 Put it in the roll section.
So it'd be Mage Hand. So how far away does Mage Hand work?
30 feet? I think it's 30 feet. Yeah.
30 feet.
Right. I'll just get super close to the shed. Where is it again?
Well, they have a guard up top now.
You would have to, I'd say, to be able to use Mage Hand, you'd have to climb the wall again. Which Vitalium has spotted the guard perusing on one section of the wall.
So maybe at this point we go back to ambushing the cart.
I also have one potential way to get inside the cart, although it is a little bit creative.
What's that?
I can make another small animatronic, but this one in the form of a beast they call the octopus. The octopus has a unique characteristic of being able to squeeze into very tight places. I could potentially get it to squeeze into the cart.
Does it need water?
It does, but it can hold its breath for up to half an hour, as long as it meets my needs.
Hey, what the heck?
So since the hawk is already inside, would it transform inside already, or would we see?
No, I'd have to create a new one. I was thinking I would have my hawk ferry in my
What?
Is
that even possible?
sort of a taxi system.
So like a hawk
Can you
carrying
have
an
two
octopus.
familiars at the same time?
Yes, I believe I can.
I think it's easier just to fucking ambush the cart. Go through that.
How about I go? Dude, I mean, I feel like silence is just the best thing to do right now, and I could probably go in alone. Or
You could
with
also,
I don't
again,
think we can go in now.
again,
They've already raised security. Sorry, what?
Again, we could just use the whole ploy from before and just run up to the gate, but didn't have to be disguised. Run up to the gate, be like, "Hey, I found them." Just show their face again, like we're in the bar. The people you're looking for are back in Jotunheim, and then I can just snoop around when they inevitably clear off the walls because they will be looking for us somewhere else.
I mean,
And
I
then
can
when
do
we
that. I
know,
can
we
look like a
leave.
Jotunheim
There won't
guard.
be any more hesitating.
Sure, I'm cool with that.
Well, how would? Okay, so here's the question about that then. So if I pose as a Jotunheim guard, right? Say, I know what they
No,
look
I say you take the form of the guy with the corgi. What was his name? The turnip farmer.
Okay, but either way, the question stands is how would the person tell? How would in their opinions? Like, let's say I talk to Lord Shenhiemer, and I say, "Hey, the people you're looking for went that way," and he'd be like, "Well, how do you know we're looking for them?"
Also,
Let's
Kenneth,
be-
I think you're
because they-
assuming
they
you're
were
talking about
intended.
Old Man Trevor, correct?
Yeah.
We don't want to bring him into this.
But tell him, how many people are in the shed?
Just my hawk for now.
How many people are outside the shed?
How many people were outside the shed that I saw as I cruised in?
There was no one currently outside the shed.
There's no one currently outside the shed.
All right,
One guy on the wall.
I might just go myself.
Wait, question with silence. I read the spell, and I think we've been using it incorrectly.
What spell?
Silence.
Um,
We've been like using it as attached to the person, right? Like it followed us around.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fixed point in space at least what the spell describes.
I think can't you cast it on a piece of armor?
I don't think so. I mean, it's up to you. I just went back and reread it though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a fixed point
It
or
centered on a point you choose within range is what it says.
yeah, I just don't know what that like a point can be on my body, right? So I guess I don't know if it's going to be
I'll look it up after
I
the
don't
session.
think we can use it that way.
okay. I
I'll
mean,
I'll
worst case, I'll
confirm.
just
It's up
cast
to
it
you how you
over
want to.
again.
I'll confirm, and if Steven's right, then just moving forward, it's fine until now.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, I can just cast it over the thing that I want to be silenced.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I still feel like going in's a bad idea. I'm down back to move to the ambush plan.
Vitalum, you have a vial, correct, on you
A vial of what?
of the substance.
Yes, I do have a vial of the
Can you give it to me?
bee.
Of the vial.
Of what? The empty vial or the vial with the bees?
Give me both.
All right, just be very careful. We do not have very many of these. Vitalium
Wait,
will.
I put away the vials, right? In the carts, the crates.
What?
Yes.
And I saw the substance that's being used, right, Alex?
Yeah, Troy picked up, I believe, like a few vials where some were like gray and then one was like that bright blue. From the closet in the laboratory, the back room.
What are you thinking?
Because I can locate certain things, and so I'm trying to think if I can locate like the liquid, but I don't think I can.
Why not?
Because I can only locate objects, and if Mr. DM thinks the liquid is an object, then I can.
Well, it doesn't have a range.
It's 1,000 feet.
It doesn't have it's 1,000 feet. Within 1,000 feet of me.
Vitalium will hand her over one of the successful bee vials.
So if you define the substance in
I mean,
the vial,
yeah, you could look for the substance within 1,000 feet. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast locate object.
After a brief moment, you channel your energy into locating this substance. You get faint pings from within Troy's bag of the failed substances, and of course the ping of the one you're holding. But you get no other ping.
So I can't
No.
feel anything.
Do we believe we're in 1,000 feet of the shed? We're close enough to the shed.
Yeah, I guess I'll move a little closer. It's active for 10 minutes.
You're within 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet's quite a lot.
I guess that's over 300 yards. So
Yeah.
Let's just go to Eidenlof, and the substances will be there.
As everyone keeps saying, Eidenlof.
Eidenloch.
There we go.
so it does matter. You didn't see anything. You didn't see any substance there. You didn't get any vibes.
I couldn't feel it, no.
Okay,
No
Then
vibes.
Lily,
Kenneth.
let's go.
Alrighty.
All right,
On the road again.
let's begin our walk.
Alrighty. As you guys, are you gonna head through town while you're walking out?
I think we should avoid town. Thoughts, guys? Does my time? Do you think we should avoid towns? Avoid Unheim? Go to the outskirts.
I think we should avoid Unheim because we're here right now and they're actively looking for us. But I believe in future towns.
Yeah, of course. We can go through
How long
future.
is
I would say if I am not seen, because I tend to attract attention.
But we're skipping Yunheim for now, for sure.
So yes, maybe we'll pass Yunheim, and aim to investigate the next town for supplies.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right, should we be on our way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You guys begin your trek off-roading back the way you came on the familiar road towards Rosewood. And that's where we'll end the session.
A lot of thinking went into this one.
I mean,
quite a lot of thinking.
There's so much we just don't know, unfortunately.
Actually, no.
Give us a hint, DM, please.
Well, I think we hammered out a lot of good things. Like, I think it's really good that we hammered out the party objectives.
Yeah, no, it's
'Cause
definitely
now, like-
productive.
Because now we have like a roadmap, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although, guys, I think with the current roadmap, it's not looking like we're going to Hananobi, and I kind of have an issue with this.
Here's the problem. Wait, we're heading in the apps. Ananobi's on the way to Atrian. I say as we're walking. Right, Alex?
yeah. Well, you'd have to
Depending
pass.
on-
You'd have to
depending on
pass
where
through the
you
Ananobi, or you have to pass through the Anobi Desert to get to Atrian.
So it depends on depend on where we start from, basically.
Yeah, unless you wanted to go to the coast
Definitely
and take a
trip to
boat
Hananobi.
Yeah.
over.
Also, if the audience is wondering what candle I was burning, it was Sweater Weather by Bath and Body Works. A great candle.
You recommend?
I also wanted to
Highly
remember.
I
I wanted to reward player if I thought their role player contribution saved or made an important impact on the session, as well as a role play. And last session, I believe that was Desmea, for the last session. So for the first time, why don't you roll on the special roll table I created?
Do I roll a D100?
So you go to the roll table section in the top right, and you'll see player rewards, and there's there's role play casino.
Oh, shit.
What, don't they?
Oh my god, Alex, what the fuck? This is insane.
So this is
Where?
sort of a reward for those people who either come up with great ideas or role play amazingly or have a significant impact on the way the story turned out.
I get to choose?
No, you have to
No, you
roll.
hit the roll. Hit the roll button at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Wait, you
Just 'cause
actually
he's got
rolled
50
$100.
bucks.
You just got $50. What? You just got the rarest one.
Hey, let me.
Stupid, Alex.
All right.
I'm just checking if it's not rigged.
Okay.
all right.
That was a one
Take
in
us
a
out to dinner, I guess.
that was a 1 in 100 chance.
It's not rigged. Can't confirm.
That
I
was
rolled
a
100, Alex. Can I just pick something else? I would feel bad just taking 50 of your dollars.
Well, you see, don't feel bad because it's a 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, Chris. Actually, if
Wow.
you feel bad, you can just give the money to me. I'll take it for
Fair
you.
enough.
Wow, the
No, fair
first person to roll on the table gets the best reward. All right, you guys are ready? It's proof.
Wow. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh god,
You
classic.
just rolled 100?
That is insane.
When I saw the first,
It's 1 out of 50
What I
chance,
saw-
right?
What'd you say?
1 out of 50 chance, right? Or a
No.
little-
1 out of 100.
1 of 100, because it's
Oh.
literally you have to roll 100.
Oh yeah, I'm
per-
dumb. Never
You have
mind.
to, you have to roll.
Yeah.
That's the best thing on the.
Oh yeah, never mind. I get it. We're good.
That's the best thing on
when
the
I
roll
saw the
table.
when I saw the double zeros, I was like, oh shit, she's probably just gonna get like +1 or whatever like the 1 to 15 one was. I was like, that's not gonna be anything crazy. Then I saw the second zero flop over, and I was just like,
I
Well,
thought it was giving me the option to roll a 1d100, so I was like, that's fine. But then the number at 100, and I was like, holy shit.
yeah. So you got the luckiest. You started out literally getting the luckiest thing ever.
Hey,
So.
Alex, what moment made you decide? Just so we know.
Well, one, I wanted to just have something cool, so that way, if you're ever feeling like tired or bored, that you'd always have like that one extra little inkling to be like, well, if I do go ham on this, I can roll on this table. But it's also for just rewarding someone who's like really feeling themselves and just pops off or comes up like with a really clever idea and
I
there's
guess
reward to that.
I'm just curious as to what the idea was. I mean,
Just random.
Reddit, just random. Okay.
Yeah. I just did it on my own fruition because I wanted to reward you guys for putting in effort or thinking of something really cool.
Can you explain why you select people so people don't think you chose me because I'm your
Yeah, so I
girlfriend?
only
that's
select
not
my
what I'm trying
girlfriend.
to apply by any means. That's not what I'm trying to apply by any means.
Yeah, no. So, for example, for the last session, I selected Desmaya because not only did Desmaya have good role play, but the silence clutch was very, very, very clutch to have that spell and activate it during the session. So
It allowed Vitalian to bust down a door. He approves.
Yeah, we like busting down doors here. Apparently, we like breaking into places.
and you ran into a trap.
Yeah,
and it would have
would have been big bad.
ring-a-dinged.
That would have been really
So
bad.
and so yeah, just extra motivation.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's-
not because I'm just his girlfriend, folks.
No, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he said that on stream now, so it's kind of recorded.
Okay.
So so we'll see. And it's not guaranteed I do it like every session, right?
Of course,
I have to think something's above and beyond.
Yeah. Well, that's a wild way to end the D&D session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, that's insane.
Holy shit.
Well, to everyone who tuned in on the stream or will tune in the future, thanks for sitting through the brainstorming session. It was fun.
Dude, give us a hint, please.
All right, see you stream.
I'm begging you.